Hey Living Waters family, Drew here with another Soul Care Saturday video. So this week as I was thinking about what to share with you today, my attention was pulled towards something that Sue's bought for our home. It has to be like a couple of years ago now. And I'm going to show it to you and I'm going to explain it a little bit. It's this. It says, relax, we're all crazy, it's not a competition. And this found its way into our home because we are a vibrant, exuberant, emotional, demonstrative, weird family. We are a bunch of weirdos. And, sometimes in our little family, it can feel like someone's trying to win out on the weirdo contest, but truly it's not a contest. We're all there, so it's fine. And as my attention was drawn to that this week, it always brings a smile to my face and a laugh to my heart. It's a fun little way of describing the uniqueness of our family. But as I was looking at it this week and thinking about it and thinking about our community, I think one of the things that the Lord began to show me in this is that this is a wonderful segue to an invitation. So Soul Care, as a ministry of Living Waters, exists to help people when they're walking through pain or grief or frustration or an ongoing struggle that you can't seem to get a handle on, or an addiction or a relationship problem. I mean, truly we're here for people on some of their worst moments. And I think the invitation that goes out right now is that for a lot of people, seeking help for emotional or mental or relational issues still carries a stigma to it. It still carries this feeling of sometimes failure or judgment or fear associated with going and asking for help. And as I was looking at this plaque this week, it just struck me that, no one needs to feel ashamed of seeking help. I remember one of the first times that I actually went to see a therapist. This was years back, probably I think, it had to have been a couple years before Susan and I were married. And I was going through quite a bit, just dealing with a lot of the pain and trauma from my past. And I was darn near close to a nervous breakdown because there was a lot of pain and there was a lot of hurt and there was a lot of relational brokenness, and I had no skills or resources to know how to deal with it. And I was working to try to figure out those things and to try to learn some good skills to deal with my relational and emotional and mental stuff, but I didn't have any. And I remember feeling this deep cloud of shame descend over me when I realized that I had reached the end of my ability to cope. And for a lot of people, that can turn really dark, and that can be a real dangerous place to be in, because when you feel like you have no other resource, hope is gone, and hopelessness and brokenness together can put people in a really bad position. But I remember when I actually went and I actually bit the bullet and I signed up for my first counseling appointment, and I went in and I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know if I was expecting to lie on a couch and face the other direction and some weird old person was going to be taking notes and saying things like, very interesting, or something like, I don't know. I don't know what I expected. But what I was met with was compassion and empathy and understanding, a person that would validate my pain and then help me sort through how to respond to it. It was remarkable. I guess I'm sharing this because, again, with this reminder from this plaque of relax, we're all crazy, it's not a competition. I think what I want to say in all that, and what maybe the Lord's heart is today for that, is for those who are struggling but have not reached out, and please hear me, you don't have to come to Soul Care. There are many, many places in this city, in this area, where you can go for help, counselors, therapists, groups, whatever it is. You don't have to come to Soul Care, but you can, and we're here. But I think the invitation is every one of us has stuff. Every one of us have things in our lives that we don't know necessarily how to deal with, that we haven't been taught the skills, or we don't have the perspective on our own to know how to wrestle through the thing. Or maybe we know what we need to do and we have perspective, But what we don't have is confirmation. I can't tell you how many times I've sat in an appointment with someone and listened to what they were saying and had them say to me the very thing that I would advise them or counsel them to do, they knew to do. They just needed confirmation, or they needed validation that what the Lord was stirring in their heart was the right course of action. So when I bring this up today, I know that for many of us, we're dealing with a bunch of stuff in our lives. We're dealing with a bunch of stuff in this season. I don't know if anyone could get through this season without feeling anxious or depressed or angry or frustrated or hopeless. I felt all those things in the last 3 or 4 months, just from different circumstances. And I know many, many, many more of us are too. And if you're carrying any shame about that, I just want to take that away from you. Relax. We all have our stuff. We all have stuff. It's not a competition. There's no condemnation. There's no finger pointing. There's nothing other than the invitation to say, if you want to talk, we're here. Soul Care exists to help the men and women and young people of Living Waters have a safe place to receive perspective, compassion, empathy, a listening ear, and godly counsel, wisdom and perspective for those seasons and times where life is just getting pretty hard. So, Living Waters family, if any of you are struggling and need to talk, you can go to www.lwrv.org/soulcare and sign up for an appointment, and we would be happy, thrilled, blessed even, to be able to sit with you and listen to what is going on in your life and give, if nothing else, a listening ear and a bit of perspective and a fly, apparently. I'm not starting this video over. It is 7 minutes in, and we're just gonna accept that flies sometimes come with the videos. Y'all still love me. Anyway, I just want to say that, want to extend again that invitation. It's a difficult season. Many of us are going through a lot of things, but relax. It's not a competition. We're all in it. And there's that invitation to come and talk and receive support in whatever it is you're going through. God bless you all. Have a wonderful weekend.